All righty, and happy Sunday. Welcome back to the next chapter of PHC 2015. Zamboni's on here for our home opener at Holly Dolly Arena. Hang with us. We'll be back shortly here for some live action. All right, we're live here. Home opener for the PHC 2015s. We're live. NHL Arena. Kicking off the home ice advantage. We're live here Sunday morning, expecting some high-paced AYHL action. The Fazio crew is here in full attendance, including home game Ash. It's our home opener. I saw the sisters out as well. So we're waiting for referees to hop out there, set the nets, and then we'll be underway. AYHL action today between the PHC 2015s and our Crossbridge rivals, right across the Commodore Barry. They play out of Aston. It's the Little Flyers. We know them well. We expect high-paced back and forth action and good hockey today. Pegs are being put in as the refereeing crew has arrived. So if you guys are getting settled in for a good sports afternoon, kick it off here, 2015 PHC, followed by an Eagles game while this one's going on, actually. Round it out with an afternoon Phillies game. It's a good game for Philly, or a good day for Philly sports. Referees have whistled them out. PHC in their home whites, coming screen right to left. Little Flyers donning their road grays. Dolby screen left to right. So we'll be set to go here as the warm-up clock starts to come down from the 5-minute mark. In studio, in Arena Jams, brought to you today by Michelle Maurer, one of the best around. Keys to the game, we need puck possession. We have to, I saw a lot of good passing last week. We need to battle for that puck, win the puck, and possess the puck. We want to control time of possession. We want to move it around. And you know my favorite acronym, the PSA. We're going to get it back into that PSA with the guy that has the best scoring opportunity and hopefully deposit that black biscuit in the basket and tickle the twine early and often today. Video services brought to you today by Joseph Fazio Steel. It appears we'll have Coltman Williams in the net. Sorry. Coltman Williams in the net. Big shout out goes out to Lucas, the Sour Patch Kid. He's wearing that helmet, not in uniform today, as he suffered an injury in practice during the week. As I gave the shout out to the Fazio crew, home opener, they're out in numbers, especially to longtime listener Uncle Pete and Mary. Home game ashes here. So the Fazio crew out supporting us. We love it. If you're close by, I suggest you come out, grab a seat right up top there. Thumb up Bar and Grill. All right, we're back. Just getting some better viewing angles. Like I said, if you're close by, you want some fast-paced action. PHC 2015 is taking on the Little Flyers. Immediately following this one, PHC 2016s will be taking on the Little Flyers. So pop on out. They got NFL football on the TVs in Dunlops, but you'll have the live viewing action on the NHL Arena for some AYHL battle today. So we got 20 clicks left in warm-ups. Pucks will start to come in. Teams are going to gather at their respective nets. They will gather the pucks. They will fire themselves up, and then they're going to get going. Hang with us. About a minute and 20 seconds. You'll be witnessing some great hockey. We'll reiterate the keys of the game. Puck possession. We need to possess the puck. We need to win both blue lines. We need to move that puck and try to tickle the twine early and often. PHC gather at their net, firing each other up. There goes home game mash, everyone. In the building for the home opener. Little Flyers break from their net. Both teams will gather at their benches. And we'll be looking to get started here. PHC in their home whites. They're getting instruction right now. And Coach Tom Bunting is firing them up at the home opener here. YouTube. And the teams break from their bench. PHC sends out Max Roach, L-Dog, Logan Putrero, and Beast Mode Brock Donahauer up front with Billy Maurer, Colton Williams in net, as I said. Puck is dropped. Roach wins this one back. He gets past Maurer. Maurer will get into the corner to retrieve it. Gets his eyes up. He's going to go D to D. We rung up the boards for Donahauer. Donahauer trying to play it back out into the center. He finds Roach. Roach steps past the D. He's past one. Slides it across off a skate. He was looking for Putrero. Donahauer will step to it, trying to keep it active, but the Little Flyers will collect. They'll chip it back out into the neutral zone. PHC picks it up in the neutral zone. Played ahead to Roach. Roach looks for Donahauer. Runs into a Little Flyer. It's recovered. It's chipped forward into the zone. Donahauer was able to hold the line. Gets down into the Little Flyer zone where they'll recover and get out to the boards, trying to get up, lose it, and then they're going to give an extra one. So we're going to go to the box here. We'll be down. A man roughing. They got the extra chip as the player was going to the ice. So we'll be down a man. Defensive zone draw to the right of Coltman Williams. Declan Spittle and Dylan Pacelli. Up front with Carr and Nunez on the back end. Kill this one off early. Spittle wins it to the corner. Carr gets it. He's going to recover. He's going to go high off the glass. It gets out in the zone. It's chipped, so there should be no icing. Doesn't have enough legs. It's waved off. Spittle wins the puck race. He collects it. He gets his eyes up. He's looking for Pacelli out in front. But he'll control this puck, possess it, like I said in the opening. He's going to step it out in front, met by a Little Flyer defender who will turn their toes up into that center lane. But Spittle does a good job cutting it off, thwarting any threat, and then he'll pick a pocket as he comes back. He's going to chip it across to Nunez. Pushed into the corner, kicked it, fired back up the board. It's kept in it where Nunez will. It's out in the neutral zone. Spittle interfered with, and we're not going to get the interference. We're going to get a roughing on a Little Flyer, so their arm was already up for something. They didn't get the extra trip as interference was put on by a forechecking Spittle. So we'll be 4-on-4 hockey. Little Flyers got to take one off, but 33 clicks, 4-on-4. We have an offensive zone draw to the left of the Little Flyer goalkeep. We got Max Roach, Johnny Gerbevec up front. with the Jersey barrier himself, Mike Winton, and Joshua Fazio on the point. Little Flyers will use their own net. They get their toes up. They're going to look to go for a skate. Cut off by Max Roach in the neutral zone. He tips it forward. Gerberbeck trying to collect it on the wall. It's pushed forward again by Roach. Gerberbeck's going to gain the line. He's got two with him. He turns, he fires. It's blockered and held on to by the Little Flyer goalkeeper. So we got a puck to the net. Now we want to get that puck to the net and get some bodies following it to the net. So offensive Joe draw to the right of the Little Flyer goalkeeper. Max Roach, Johnny Gerberbeck coming off the wall. Witten and Fazio still out there. Gerberbeck will win this puck in the corner. He's hitting pinned. He's looking for some support. Little Flyers will gain control of the puck. They'll throw it out into the center, but it's picked off by Witten, who goes D to Fazio. Fazio will step up. He plays it back across for Roach, met by a body at the blue line. And they're going to say no body checking, but Roach gets back to his feet. Fazio will collect behind his own net. Plays up the wall looking for Anutsiuk. Anutsiuk plays it back behind into the corner where Fazio will collect. He'll reverse back up to Anutsiuk. It gets past him, gets out to the point. It's kept in by the Little Flyers. Kept in on the second effort, and Roach pushes it out into the neutral zone. Anutsiuk will collect. He drives it forward. Gerberbeck will pull up for a change, as will Roach. There's Spittle coming off the bench, trying to surf into that play. Forces him outside. Little Flyers will gain the line. Walk past one. Gets out in front where Pacelli will pick it off, get it out to the sideboards. Retrieves that puck. Will leave it for PHC defense, who will go D to D. They get their head up. They flip it back to Pacelli. Pacelli will look to come 85 feet. Oh, he had an 85 feet. He tried to play it in the soft ice. Read by the Little Flyers, and they re-enter the line on sides. Chip deep into the PHC zone. That'll get behind Colton Williams' net. Picked up by PHC. Thrown up the boards. Puck battle ensues. Little Flyers playing above it, collect it. It's fired in, paddled aside by Colton. Little Flyers working out of the corner with it. PHC has numbers. Little Flyers then get the support in. PHC chips it past one. Trying to find Putrero in the center seam. It's off Spittle skates. It gets to Putrero's stick. He plays it to Spittle, who is following up down the center seam. He crosses the line. He fires. It's off a shin pad. We're coming the other way. Kept in at the blue line. Little Flyers will pick it off. They're looking to flip that ice. They send it across 85 feet, but Billy Maurer will be there to close that gap. He's going to come toes up, get it right back out in the neutral zone. Pacelli putting the forecheck on. The Little Flyers go D to D. They'll look to wheel it up. Good read by Max Roach. He picks it off. Now he's going to get his toes up. He's going to go. He's got some speed. He's got some white ice. He turns. He fires. It's gloved and held on to by the Little Flyer goalkeeper. We'll have an offensive zone draw to the right of the Little Flyers goaltender. Just joining us, 10:34 left in this first period. Nothing. We got Max Roach between Brock Dannenhauer and Max Anunzio coming off the sidewall. Carr Nunez on the points. Roach wins this to Nooner. Nooner thinks about D to D. Didn't like what he saw, so he puts it deep. It's picked off by the Little Flyers, and they're trying to transition the other way. Nooner will collect at the red line. He puts it back forward looking for Anutsiuk. Anutsiuk sticks it into the zone. Gets past Dannenhauer. Now the Little Flyers collect, and they're coming the other way. Dannenhauer, good back support. Nunez contains. It's played out in front. Fired aside. Rebound save made. Sticked aside by PHC. Now Max Roach gets his toes up. He gets his eyes up, and he's going to go for a little bit of a skate. He gets out in the neutral zone and pushes it forward. Little Flyers will collect below their own line. Look to flip it back out. We're trying to stretch the ice. It's played ahead in the PHC zone. Carr challenges, gets a stick on it, forces him out into the corner. They'll reverse up to go point. Little Flyers trying to walk down and how putting the pressure on. It's sticked in. Roach reads it, catches it. He's going to play it ahead for Anutsiuk. Anutsiuk's going to get across the red, across the blue. He steps in, he drops it for Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer turns, he fires off the glove and then off the end boards. Little Flyers will collect on the half wall. Looking to play it back forward. They're met by Declan Spittle. Declan Spittle trying to put that forecheck on, buying time for his reinforcements to get there. Little Flyers get it out into the neutral zone. They're looking to gain the line. They chip it forward. Spittle will pick it up. He'll collect. He's got Gerberbeck with him. The Little Flyers are in the midst of a change. They stay on sides. He fires it back across, looking for Gerberbeck. It gets sticked in just wide of the Little Flyers goalkeeper. Now the Little Flyers will collect them. They'll look to come the other way. They got their eyes up. They're trying to stretch that ice, but they're met by Putrero in the neutral zone. They play it forward. They get into the top of the circle. Witten will step to it. It's played back across, off the paddle, and into the back of the net. So they fired it out in front. That's off a paddle and into the net. So Little Flyers strike first. With 8:55 left in the first period, we'll have to line it up at the center ice. Look to reset and get going. Transition play. They kept the numbers. They got out of harm's way, and then it was played back in front off a paddle and in the net. So Gerbevec will collect. He'll drop this to the PHC defender. It's thrown across to the other defender. Maurer will collect it. We'll play it back across ice. Looking to wheel it up to Gerbevec. Gerbevec trying to chip it into the zone. We get across the line. We're bunched up a bit. Gerby will put it in the corner where Spittle will get after it. Spittle's going to cut it off on the far side of the net. He leaves it behind the net looking for Gerbevec. Gerbevec trying to get there. Interfered with. Deposits a Little Flyer to the ice, but the puck is played up and kept in at the point. Little Flyers chip off the boards. Looking to press it out. Gets out to the point. It's fired in. Save made. And then smothered by that Little Flyer goalkeeper. Has no rebound opportunity there for the putback. Let's go a little bit quicker with bodies to the net. We're starting to get some pucks to the net. Now we got Max Roach out between Pacelli and Dannenhauer with Nunez and Carr on the points. This one's pushed into the corner. Little Flyers will get back after it. They'll ring it around the wall. It's going to be collected, and they're looking to come the other way. Carr will hold the line. He'll push it back down the wall. Little Flyers trying to step off the wall. Met by Max Roach. Max Roach looking, gets his eyes up. He turns, he fires. It's at the feet. No one sees it. Put back opportunities bouncing around. It's a slide out to the point. Carr will keep the turn and walk the line. Fired into the far corner. Pacelli's going to read it. Dannenhauer gets to it first. Dannenhauer's going to reverse up off the end wall. Looking for Roach out in front. He plays it to the half wall where Pacelli gets, he turns, he fires, it hits a stick, hits a foot in front, kick the side, and now the Little Flyers are coming the other way. Pacelli's on his horse with the back pressure. Nunez will step to it. It's fired in and paddled aside by Colton Williams. Carr will get this in the corner. He's going to go high off the glass. It's kicked and held in, but Dannenhauer there in support. Flips it forward. Play's going to continue, although that hit someone on the bench. Little Flyers are now going to push it out the other way. Try to move through this neutral zone. Little Flyers stay on sides. They gain it. Line, they turn, they fire. It's off a stick. Gets up and over Colton's net. Michael Winton will collect in the corner. He's going to reverse it, looking for Nunez. Pacelli will get to it at the hash mark. Plays it forward. It's kept in at the top of the zone by the Little Flyers. Push back down the wall where Nunez will step in front and play it out in the center for Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer tries to drag past, but met by a stick, but it's chipped forward by Pacelli, who gets it to Roach, and then Dannenhauer has won the beat. Good stick, but a Little Flyer defender, and now they're coming the other way with numbers as PHC was caught in a line change. We have White Sweaters back. It's played across, offsides, and then fired in on Colton. So 6:43, first period. Little Flyers leading this one 1-0. Declan Spittle out there between Pucciarello and Anunciuk with Fazio and Winton on the back end. This one's one back to Fazio. He's going to leave it on the sideboards. Little Flyers get there first, but a good tie out by Anunciuk. And now Pucciarello gains control. He comes out of it. He's trying to gain the line, chip back out into the neutral zone. It was offsides. I agree with it. That one was called by the fans, but it was the right call. So Spittle will take the neutral zone draw. He puts it back, but he splits his D, and that's going to get back into the PHC zone. Winton will step to this puck behind his own net. He'll play it on the forehand. Met by a couple Little Flyers on the far side. Now we're coming the other way. Spittle trying to retrieve